last year, and I mentioned to him a story that Ethel Reed, who was a sister to Fanny Stevenson, told me about Macedonia Baptist Church in Georgetown. She told me that her sisters carried the lumber to build the building, and that they were the original members of Macedonia Baptist Church in Georgetown. And when I told Bruce that, Bruce said he had not heard that story. Well, I was pretty sure that story was true, otherwise ain't nothing would have no reason to tell it to me, right? So Bruce wrote a letter to the pastor of the Macedonia Baptist Church and asked if they had a family history, or church history, I mean. And the man sent Bruce a copy of their church history. And guess whose names were in the first paragraph? Fanny Norval and her sisters. Isn't that something? So I put that in the book, all right? So the other thing that I think is important to share is that Pamela Stevenson Youngblood spent nearly an entire week with me in Austin, Georgetown, Bastrop, going through cemeteries and museums and putting together information. And a part of what you will read in the book comes from that journey of looking at who lived in freedom colonies. Now that might be a new term to people because over time we reinterpreted freedom colonies to have something to do with segregation. Freedom colonies were communities where Black people lived. And by the way, Georgetown is listed as a freedom colony. And one of the things you need to understand about Georgetown is that when my daddy and his siblings were growing up, almost everybody in Georgetown was related to them. But maybe more importantly, you need to know that daddy and all of his siblings were born in Georgetown, and that his parents were born in Georgetown. That Fanny Norval and Emmanuel Henderson Stevenson were born in Georgetown, and all of their siblings were born in that area. So we're talking about people who lived in Georgetown during the period of enslavement even. Because great-grandfather Charles S. Stevenson was born in 1838, and he was the one that moved to Georgetown. That Peter Norval, Fanny's grandfather, was in Georgetown in 1856. So we just want to see, like how long these people lived in Georgetown, and that Georgetown was primarily a Black settlement. And here's what will help you really understand how much of a Black settlement Georgetown was. And it's this. If you go to Georgetown right now, and you go to the new annex of the courthouse, Macedonia Baptist Church is right across the street. So that tells you just about everything you need to know about the geography of Georgetown and who lived there, right? So those, I just kind of wanted to put that into perspective and how much we value the work of other people. But here today, I am very proud that I brought some copies for pre-reserved copies of this book. This is a brand new book, right off the press. And you see my name is on there as the author. So I want to acknowledge Joanne and her sisters for causing this book to be rushed out.